Welcome to the Adpocalypse 2 Electric Boogaloo, kiddos. Electric Boogaloo, kiddos. We're back in it. Fortnite is gone. AT&T is gone. Everyone is gone. Everyone has left us. I'm getting more and more views and less income. Hooray! This is why I have multiple degrees. Because YouTube is so unstable. Honestly, I've only been relying on YouTube in these past few months really for just like side income, even though channels are still getting over 3 million views and stuff like that. It's volatile. That's what it is. It's too unsecure at this point, where we can have some douchebag on a camera completely manipulate his audience, call for people to just like shout at YouTube and tell advertisers to boycott YouTube, and of course little 12-year-old kiddos are gonna do it because they're too dumb to realize that they're being used, and lo and behold, we have horrible ramifications. Unfortunately, I have to say this, Keemstar was 100% right. Blowing the story up would literally only cause a second adpocalypse, which guess what happened? It's a second adpocalypse. Even worse, YouTube has now 100% confirmed some stuff that was rumored and other stuff that we didn't even think about. So now comment sections will now get your channel demonetized. Whatever people say in the comments will get your channel demonetized. So all those naughty words that people will say, even insulting you, yeah, that's a problem now for you, in the fact that if they just spam that in your comment section, goodbye ad revenue, if you were making any to begin with. On top of that, we just had Moliminous 2, a channel that was just about to hit 100K, over like 100 million views, terminated. Why? It's because that channel is kind of lewd. It has an air of sexuality to it. Nope, not even close. It was terminated because of the almighty for spam. Yes, that reason that they use whenever they want to just blanketly terminate a channel for absolutely no goddamn reason. And look, we've dealt with this before. We have on both Moliminous 2 and on Moliminous Theater multiple times. It is just a catch-22 phrase with literally no information as to why it was actually terminated, because apparently giving us a reason why would allow us to exploit the system, they say. Yes, being told why you're going to jail would give you an ability of how to exploit the system. But it would be no big deal. In fact, I didn't really freak out about it because the thing is, we've dealt with this before, like I said, and you just pretty much spam the YouTube bot until it wakes up, realizes, hey, this account isn't spam. As you can see, we've done here in these email chains. This is just one of the many times we've had to do this. Unfortunately, now YouTube has decided that their system is perfect, despite multiple Pokemon channels going down because of the use of the term CP, which means capture points or something like that, but it can also be related to child exploitation images, which is apparently one of the things that YouTube is being hammered at right now, and because of that, they've been overzealous in removing any content that can even remotely be deemed as exploiting children or anything like that. And because of that, those channels went down, and that was after manual review, and their appeals denied after manual review. Well, I'm not big enough to shout and complain on Twitter and be recognized by Team YouTube, and unfortunately, despite that channel having such a huge following, I don't have any social media anymore directly tied to that account. So there's literally no way for me to get the word out. I saw some people in the Discord, or at least one person, complaining that they were just about to go back to Moliminous 2 and it was gone. Yes, it was gone for spam, apparently. But of course we appealed. Those thumbnails are all literally taken from the video itself. The titles are literally the song that's usually being used. So I'm not sure exactly what part of it is spam. We don't have tags in the description. We barely have descriptions at all. And essentially, YouTube has just decided that that channel is just no longer being able to be on YouTube because spam. Apparently that channel is all just spam to YouTube. And their system is perfect and we can't even appeal it, which is awesome. And not only did they do that, but they removed all other emails that were outlets for you to actually contact them. Those emails no longer work. If you go back and you try to actually email account appeals, those are gone. That's not even a working email anymore. This is your one form that you can use and you can use it once. So you better hope that the YouTube gods are on your side, and they're usually not. Usually it takes you running the Twitter and having a large following or getting a viral tweet for them to even recognize that they made a mistake and don't even expect an apology for it. No, they just stripped you of your livelihood in a lot of cases if you're big enough to do this, but they don't care. I understand YouTube is under a lot of stress right now. You have asshats like this Matt kid really trying to push this horrible narrative, and it sucks. It sucks for everyone involved. It's awful. It's not a good situation. It's a bad time for all of us. When we don't make money, YouTube doesn't make money. So of course, YouTube is not clamoring to have these adpocalypse, but they have to be overzealous. They have to wrongfully terminate channels because they have to reinstill confidence into these advertisers to come back to advertise on YouTube, because advertisers have not realized that this vocal minority in the long run will not impact their bottom line. None of this is really bad PR for them. No one is associating Downy or Fortnite with the contents of a video being like them endorsing that specific video. No one above the age of like probably 60 is doing that, and the people who are above the age of 60 are not your vast amount of people who are buying your product, especially if your product is Fortnite. Susan, can I call you Susan? Because I can't pronounce your last name. I get it. You're stressed. All that money comes at a price. Being one of the richest women in the world, I get it. It's a hard life for you. Deciding which mansion to sleep in, deciding which foreign car to just give away. It's a hard knock life for you. But I want you to remember that you could be the voice of reason here. You could instill some common sense thinking to some of these advertisers. Maybe you could even, this is a hugely weird idea, but maybe you could let some companies you've barred from advertising on YouTube, you know, alcohol, tobacco, anything like that. Maybe you could allow them to advertise on YouTube, give channels that are deemed adult content but not breaking your TOS those advertisements, and still place a warning before you show those videos anyway. Maybe that's something you could do. Maybe you could look into that. I mean, it's not like you don't actually host those ads on Google AdSense. I'm pretty sure you do. So I don't get the big idea. I'm not in your shoes. I have no idea how much stress you're really under, and I'm sure it's immense. I'm sure waking up every day, having the world pretty much against you, having advertisers against you, having the creators against you is horrible. I'm sure you're feeling like the worst person ever. You're probably constantly questioning your own morality, if you're really just the devil, or are people overreact? And that's got to be hard. I can't give you a perfect solution, but I can tell you, if you just communicate with the YouTubers, with the advertisers, or at least communicate with us like you do with the advertisers, you will have a much better time. YouTubers are not all completely unreasonable. Yes, a large portion of us are, but there's a big portion of us that are also very reasonable and understand the situations that you're in. If you can talk to us, if you gave me a reason, heck, I would not be upset if Moliminous 2 was taken out for sexualized content. I could understand where you're coming from. And if you gave me specific examples of the video, I would be understanding of, yes, this is the reasoning. This is what they deemed. I get it. I understand. We will not do content like that in the future. If you gave us a heads up, that would be great. But now I'm just completely against you when you delete hundreds of millions of views, almost 100,000 subscribers, and the reasoning is spam. I get no information other than that. I have to craft a defense based upon the fact that it's spam when I don't even agree with that. And I only get to appeal once to an automatic system because there's no goddamn way you replied, actually manually reviewed that channel and came to the conclusion that it was spam and not something else at the very least. YouTube is not a great place right now. That channel wasn't even making money, so it's not even about the money at this point. Like, it was literally barred from ads. And even if it wasn't, all the videos were automatically age restricted. It didn't matter what the video was about. But hey, that's just me complaining. I have no idea what to do to get Moeluminous 2 back, because again, that channel is also, because it's not because it can't run ads, it's not partnered, which means I have no one anymore who has a direct connection to YouTube, because God knows they've shut down every other avenue to contact them. And even if I use the partner support on my other accounts, because I was only a manager on that account, well, I can't prove anymore that I'm a manager because the account is terminated. So there's no way for me to contact them, which is always great. As always, I've been Faith Unlimited. I hope you didn't enjoy. In fact, I hope that you're extremely upset. You're extremely mad with the current situation and state of YouTube. If you are happy with it, well, you're just kind of an asshole and you're a horrible person. So I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one, unless this channel too is terminated for spam.